All right, welcome back everyone to the third match of the day here in 4WC 2020 semifinals week. We've got Poland, we've got Brazil. It's gonna be some Osu being played eventually, sometime today. It'll happen. The players getting assembled in the lobby, getting things ready to get going here. So we'll give them a brief little introduction while they get sorted out with their roles and get started on their warm-ups and such. Team Brazil coming into this, the number 12 seed in the tournament. Team Poland coming in as the number 3. Poland with pretty strong roster this year, very different from some that we've seen in the past, but they are going to be Bold, BMG, Bert Pie, High Pat, James, Naismith, Lorox, PL, Victor, and ZTS. They did it all right. Excuse me. They beat Kazakhstan 6-2, then Norway 6-2, then lost to China 6-4. This will be their maiden trip through the losers bracket this year. On the other side, Team Brazil, Dada, Kanahime, Defans, Desperi, Guilherme, Tusk, Kuyo, and X Kirito. They were the 12 seed. Playing above their seed, they beat Japan 6-3, dropped to Russia barely 6-5 on a tiebreaker, defeated Germany in a walkover, and then Indonesia 6-4 in the losers brackets, round 2 and 3 respectively. They set up what should be a pretty cool matchup against Poland that my tournament client doesn't like very much, apparently. So we're gonna get things set up and unbreak the client because the client likes to break. I really still don't know what causes this. I really don't, and I don't think I ever will, but it's okay. It's some really old map for the warm-up. Only gonna be one warm-up in this one. I believe Poland has already opted to skip theirs, so we will just be getting a warm-up from Team Brazil, and we'll go straight onward from there into our roles in our band phase. We'll get to continue listening to some nice tunes in the background, a little felt, while we wait on the clients to come back together again. All these ads for Course Ace that make it really hard to read player names. That's a big poggers. Well, this map doesn't even have a background. Holy crap. Alright, well, we're gonna, I guess we'll go over to the tourney client. You guys can watch Bold and Bert P. No, playing this by themselves. Nobody else. Just those two. I have a feeling that this is a mistake. I have a feeling that this might be a mistake. This might be a blunder on my part, but oh well, you know, we're gonna do it anyway. Yeah, this was a mistake. It's okay though. Well, it's not very long. We'll get into it eventually. It's only 3 minutes of drain time of this, you know? I mean, no big deal, right? Why is this not DT though? And what is it with like Indian warm-ups today, right? We had the Indian warm-up in the preceding match as well between France and the Netherlands. Now we're getting another Indian warm-up for Poland versus Brazil. Can somebody pick like one of the good Indian maps as warm-ups? Oh geez, what's the name of that? Malhari? That one has a cool map. It's like jump heavy, but it's actually a cool song, and it's like just massive cool jumps. Or the one from Course Ace 2018. Somebody help me here. Somebody help me here. I can't remember what it was called. What was it? Course Ace 2018. Nope, that's not what I want. I can't find it. I know the exact map. It was Indian, and it was cool. It was a bop. I don't remember what it's called. It was a free mod, I'm pretty sure, in the first round. I have to open my Google Drive to find it. Sag. Where was? You guys know that I had a Corsair's team listing? I didn't know I had a Corsair's team listing. 2018. That's kind of cool. Corsair's Open 2018 app. I actually just can't find it. This one? Okay, it's this one. It's not called what I thought it was called. Bad Tamiz deal. Bad Tamiz deal. Why is this not like Bulge's DC'd or something? Oh well, it's over anyway. Ref, please change. Ref, please change song. Ref, please change song. Ref, please change song. Leo, I know you're watching. Please change the song. Leo, I thank you. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate you. You're a good man. The song is actually a bop. Anyway, so we are gonna get into the ban phase between Brazil and Poland. Brazil has victoriously emerged from the roll with Dada rolling a 95, and thus will have their choice of first ban, second pick, or second ban, first pick. And they're gonna do second ban, first pick. So that means Poland will get a ban here. What will it be? That is the question on everyone's mind. It is Hard Rock 2 as the initial ban of this matchup. That is, of course, Aryan Rod. The Leaf Hard Rock pick. The weird rhythm stuff. The hard rhythms. The 1/3s, the 1/2s, the 1/4s, the 1/6s. It is not easy. It is rhythmically intense, and thus it is banned out. And yes, you cannot see. You do not get to see anybody's names in the client while we're in between matches, or in between maps, because of this AIDS ad overlay. It just needs to be less in your face. Like, normally the client ads for like World Cups and stuff are relatively subtle and smaller, and they don't have full backgrounds, but this one is just like this big giant red rectangle, and it makes it really hard to see things. So, not a huge fan, unfortunately. Hidden 2 is the ban from Brazil. They do not like the low AR hidden. That is going to be Jiu Shengguang 0 Vector as Brazil's first ban, the CS5 AR8 hidden pick. Poland instantly banning double time number 4. That is Runway Drive, Lunatic Diff by Frostmourne, the relatively straightforward, kind of bursty, kind of aimy 10.3 pick. And lastly but not leastly, we will go into the last ban from Brazil. I don't know what it's going to be. They maybe ban the CS5 AR8 free mod? So Poland seems upset because I don't know if it's late. I mean, it's what, like 18:30 UTC? That's like 8:30 p.m. or something. Like, it's not that late. I don't know. People are already complaining about Brazil taking a long time, and they already skipped their warm-up, so they've already got some time issue apparently. Oh, whatever. Just need the ban from Brazil. We'll get into picks. And it's going to be the Nomad 1 ban from Brazil, which, I mean, it's not really a Nomad 1. It's kind of a Nomad 1, but it's kind of more of a, like, weird Nomad 2 than a Nomad 1. IMO. But, regardless, it will be the ban from Brazil for their second ban. So, Brazil banning Hidden 2, Nomad 1. Poland banning Hard Rock 2, Double Time 4. So, the 4 bans, 1 from each of 4 different mod pools. And now we will get the first pick in for Team Brazil. Which, I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if they're going to like this Nomad 6 as much as they liked the Nomad 6 last week, or if they're going to feel like comfy with the DT pool. I mean, Brazil should first pick the Dada DT. Oh, they're going to first pick Roxanne at AGT, at AGT, at AGT, at Mega. Get him in here. Get him in here. Somebody get him in here. Please, get him in here. It is Roxanne. It is the first pick. Right, yeah, Roxanne, Hard Rock 3, Small Circles Hard Rock pick, banger song, very short, minute 32 seconds, and oh, it's pretty hard. The aim and the sliders and everything with the small circles, it's pretty tricky. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we saw France and the Netherlands kind of just hard into this, like they really ran it down. I actually think, I don't know, I expected them to perform better on this map than they did, but it's just, when you add the smaller circle size to it, it gets a lot harder, I think. Because this with no mod or anything, or like even hidden, is not really that bad, but when you make the circles very small, it becomes kind of difficult. So, map number 1 of our third match of the day. This will decide our second entrant into the losers bracket, round 5, between Poland and Brazil. It is Bold, it is Bert P, it is Larox PL, it is Victor. They are taking on Defans, Guilherme, Akanehime, and Tusk on the side of Brazil. Brazil looking for the upset here over a Poland team that has looked pretty strong in most of their matches thus far, but you know, Brazil took Russia to the absolute limit, and Russia is now making a strong case for being a possible winners finalist. So obviously a team with quite the skill cap on their side as well, and one that can surprise some people if they expect them to play down to their seed. Getting underway here. App number 1 is underway with several breaks. This was a clown fiesta in the previous match, so we'll see if that kind of repeats itself this time around. You see several early breaks already. In fact, there are no full combos left, and we're not even 200 combo into the map. This is not really going very well for anyone, but Brazil will take an early lead at least. And by early, I mean it's already halfway through, but it's only been 30 seconds because the map is so short. But you've got some combo a little bit on Bold and on Victor on the Polish side. Defans with a 200 plus combo and 150 combo on Tusk, keeping Brazil in the lead by about 130,000 points. This aim is just not comfy, man. I tell you, it's just not comfortable, especially when it's CS 6.5. A couple more breaks from Poland. Bold and Larox doing what they can, but too far behind, I think, at this point. Defans and Tusk doing quite well. Although everyone just breaks except for Defans. That's it. Good job, Brazil. You won the first point. You've done it. You have brought honor to your nation. You've won Roxanne by 300k, and you have taken a 1-0 lead, and it is now Poland's first pick. It almost feels anticlimactic. The way that map ends. since they used this really shortcut version of the song. And Poland is going to opt straight into No Mod 5, so we're going to get to see this yet again. Somebody said something about this being banned forever, but apparently it's just picked forever because it has now gone 3 for 3. It's picked by China versus Hong Kong, was picked by Netherlands versus France, and it has now been picked by Poland versus Brazil. Will it be picked by Sweden versus Argentina and United States versus Taiwan as well? Only time will tell. It is No Mod 5 banned forever, 220 BPM, CS4, AR8, linear aim burst map from the good old days of Blue Dragon back several years ago. We saw Vroom CV Vitae coming up with almost an FC on this, breaking on, I believe it was the second or third to last hit object in the map to carry France past the Netherlands to set up a match point, which they were victorious on. So we'll see if we can get maybe a repeat of that kind of high-tier performance on this pick. Pretty late on in that match. It was, said the second to last map there. It was also, I believe, the third to last map in the Hong Kong versus China matchup, which saw Hello Tom Wall top scoring at 649k. But Vroom has set the score to beat. So we'll see if anybody in this match can stack up to it. It is going to be BMG Bert Pie. Bert Pie? I have no idea. 4 weeks in, and I still have no idea. Lorax, PL, and Victor against X Kirito, Desperia, Kanehime, and Tusk. I gotta feel like this is maybe in a Kanehime map a little bit, but we'll see. I don't know that there's really that one big outstanding player in this matchup quite the same way as there was with Vroom in the last match, who is just like the player you know is gonna stand out. Somewhat auspicious beginning, I suppose, here for Brazil. 90,000 point lead almost already just in the intro of the map. BMG down at 68%. Hopefully his peripherals are working properly because I'm not sure how he would have ended up doing that poorly on the intro otherwise. Teammates doing all right, but BMG dragging that score down considerably. It is over 100,000 point lead already for Brazil. 75% accuracy. 15,000 points through the first 100 combo. Kanehime is in fact the first to break for Brazil. Second to break, excuse me. Tusk had broken just a bit ago. Sperry X Kirito still in the FCs, but Poland actually with a bit of a combo lead there. Bert P does find a break, as does BMG, who has recovered since that traumatic experience at the intro. There's Lorax, PL, and Victor with the FCs. X Kirito and Desperia FCing for Brazil, with Tusk backing them up with very high accuracy play. Just had broken. Well, there goes his accuracy. He had broken at the beginning of the map. There's a break from Desperia that's going to help out Poland. X Kirito with the only FC now on Brazil. Meanwhile, Victor and Lorax still doing quite well for Poland. Victor has some questionable accuracy, as does Lorax, and he breaks as well, so maybe not going to go quite so well for Poland as it had been. X Kirito is the player to watch out for now for Brazil. 675 combo, full combo still intact. And really the one player of note. Oh, Victor on the FC though. So Poland has 1 versus 1 pretty much. X Kirito versus Victor. Kanehime versus BMG. BMG the one to break, and already had a very low score thanks to his poor accuracy, so Kanehime leading that one. But it is really just X Kirito and Victor now. And with a 350,000 point lead for Brazil, they're going to be feeling pretty okay about this one. There is still a quarter of the map left to go, but it is a decent advantage, and as long as X Kirito doesn't completely fall apart, he does have a 100,000 point lead over Victor just by himself thanks to the accuracy. 6% accuracy separating those two players. A tale of two accuracies in this match. Lowest stack for Brazil, 97.1. Meanwhile, Poland, 86, 91, and 93. I guess Poland was hoping for the combo game, but it's just not happening for them at all, even slightly. Kirito versus Victor continues to be the feature matchup here in the 1v1 between the two players who are still holding on to FCs. But Kirito with that 100k point lead is just not going to let up, and it's going to be Brazil taking this point almost assuredly now. Kirito with the FC, the only player at or above 98% accuracy. Will he FC? He does. He does not succumb to the slider break at the very end that Vroomsy v Vite did. And Kirito will bring home the FC and bring the point to the side of Brazil by a very comfortable margin of 328,000 points. No, excuse me, more than that. The map is just not loaded in the client for some reason. The very comfortable margin of 655,000 points. Osu MPs just like don't work half the time, so you know, it's cool. Yeah, well done to Kirito. That's a very impressive play from him, considering that the next highest score on his team was 484k. That was about as big of a carry as you're gonna see, and his score, I mean, that's really the difference maker right there. Very impressive, and a 2-0 lead with an early break point to the Brazilian side, who will now look to consolidate it and bring forth even a larger lead. And there is Brazil picking the data map. It is double time number 3, Yomitsu Hirasaka corruption. They had to do it to him. They had to do it to him. It was gonna happen, and here we are. Data ZTS LOL coming into play in full effect. The 3-minute long 203 BPM stream DT pick, which I don't actually think Dada will play, but he mapped it knowing full well that it would lead to a Brazil pick in a tournament sooner or later back in 2018. It was like one of his earliest ranked maps, right? At Dada. This is not ZTS, but it's basically ZTS. It might as well be ZTS, let's be real here. This has a really long stream, and it's like, some people can play it and some can't. You know, we saw Ganondorf 2 from France with, I don't know, like a 99% AC. I think it was a 1 miss or something. Vroomsy v Vite FC'd with, I think, 96 or 97 AC. You know, and then you had people on the other side in the low 90s, high 80s. I'm forgetting the player from the Netherlands that FC'd this, but he had like 91% AC. So it's a matter of whether you can actually properly play 203 BPM stream, like actual death streams. Might even be higher. Stream's going for a really long time though. Point of the matter. It's really, I mean, this comes down to two things. It's like whether some people hit the stream and others don't, or who can actually play the stream and keep up accuracy versus who has to double tap it. Because 91% FC versus 97% FC, well, how game will we go so far? It's going to be Bold, Bird P, Lorax PL, and Victor, Kirito, Despair, Gillarbolas, and Tusk. Tusk, like, is just a good name. It's that, those plosive consonants that feel so good to say. The T's and the K's, where you really just get that puff of air when you say them. I love plosive consonants. We are going to start seeing some streams coming into play. We'll find out who can play this, who can't. Looks like pretty much everybody here doing all right so far. A couple players dropping to 94, 95%, but more players keeping up all right, other than Larox PL, who I believe does find a break. We'll see in a second if that was Bancho, because that does happen a lot on this type of map, but does look like he suffered a break. So 2 FCs, 1 big combo for Poland, 4 FCs for Brazil. Honestly, it would just be kind of embarrassing for Brazil if they lost the Dota ZTS LOL GT pick. So I don't root for teams, but I'm kind of rooting for Brazil on this pick at least. And a couple breaks in that one. It's going to be Bold and Larox PL, Guilherme Bulos as well at the very end, but oh, he got through the entire stream and he missed after it. Oh, that hurts. This poor guy. Meanwhile, Xcurito, 97% accuracy. Desperry finding a break, but Xcurito and Tusk still on the FDs, and really just Victor with the 980 combo. He has enough combo to keep Poland, like, I don't know, from being behind by 1,000,000 points. But other than that, this is just all Brazil all the time here. Especially given the 86 act from Larox PL. Wait, there goes an FC from Tusk. This, like, you'd almost think it would get interesting because there's still a quarter of the map, but I just don't know that it's going to. It is Victor versus Xcurito, the 2 players with big combos. Brazil kind of low-key falling apart on this one, but they got such a big lead early on that it really is not going to matter. And Xcurito is still popping off, 98% with the FC still going. And this will be, looks like a 3-0 Brazil lead, the consolidated break point early on. And the FC from Xcurito does come in, 98% accuracy. He is gaming today. He came to play. Back-to-back FCs on Banned Forever and on Yomitsu Hirasaka Corruption to lead Brazil to the early 3-0 advantage. A very strong performance to start this match off from him. Victor does come in with the big combo. I believe that might have been just a slider break at the beginning. It was just a slider break in the first 170 combo or so. Unfortunately for him, did lose a fair amount of score from that. But Brazil, you know, they just took such a big lead, it didn't matter. They ended up winning that by 6-10K, despite not doing so well in the second or the last third of the map. But, you know, when you've got a B rank on the other side that's down at 290K, you do end up having some room to work with, and they made the full use of that there. Good stuff from Brazil. Successful on their first 2 picks. And Poland's going to take us straight into Nomad 2. So this is going to be Battle Elixir, the Idealism difficulty. This is a true Nomad 2. It is a Cherry Blossom Nomad 2. Interestingly enough, it's the exact same BPM as Yomitsu Hirasaka. They're both 203 beats per minute. They're also both CS4 AR just about 9.7. This one 9.7, that one 9.67. So very similar, but other than that, very different. Because this map, it's like stream aim, you know? You've got to be able to aim the streams, you got to be able to hit the streams. It's not just like kind of very closely stacked death streams. This one, relatively tricky. I mean, we saw it in China versus Hong Kong. It didn't go super great. Hong Kong escaped unscathed. Good to see if these teams perform well on it. Guilherme Bulos is in Poland. Anybody know that? Guilherme Bulos is in Poland. Guilherme Bulos is Mr. Worldwide, dude. He's just everywhere. Map number 4, second pick from Poland, looking to get on the board still. It's going to be Bold, Bert P, Larox PL, and Victor. Is that all they have? Against Xcurito, Desperry, Guilherme Bulos, and Tusk. But they have BMG as well. That's right. I've only seen those 5 so far, though. Maybe it's just this type of maps that are being picked, I guess. Let's go with that. Let's see if Xcurito... I say his name and he instantly misses. I don't know. That's unlucky. Couple early misses. It's Kirito, Bert P, and Victor. Bold and Lorax PL holding the FCs, as are Despair, Gillian Bullis, and Tusk. This is such a cool map, honestly. I think it's neat. 88% accuracy for Victor. Not going quite so well through the beginning. There's a break from Gillian Bullis, but Brazil will hold on to the advantage. Despair and Tusk still with the FCs. This never gets any easier, really. Like, this is unironically a banger. I feel like it's underappreciated as a banger. Bold with a break for Poland. Despair, Tusk still holding FCs. Kirito with about a 400 combo. Burst P and Victor with combos. So Lorax PL had an FC, no longer does. That's going to be pretty damaging to Poland. He just completely died on that stream. Dropped all the way down to 91% accuracy. And that is going to be big for Brazil as they will look to make this lead grow even larger. Despair and Tusk with a double FC and Kirito with a 600 combo. Into the last quarter of the map we go. Brazil has a couple 100,000 point lead, and they'll look to just hold on to that because they're showing no signs of letting up on these streams, playing very, very well in this pick. Kirito does drop once again, but Victor and Bold had just dropped for Poland, so just Bert P. There goes Despaire's FC. Tusk now the only one left for Brazil, and he breaks as well. There will be no FCs on this pick, but Brazil has done enough, especially with Gillian Bullis on a 750 plus combo. And that is Brazil. Another break point. Has 4 points on the trot. 600k. Brazil just outclassing Poland on these 4 picks so far. Closest map was 328k. And the 3 since then have been 600k or larger. Just about 594k on this one. Almost or above. Okay, that doesn't really make sense. Okay. Brazil trying to turn this one into a quick match. Feel bad for Poland. I mean, they may be missing players or something. I don't know. Also, some players on the roster who I think are like really hard outscaled at this point in the tournament, like HiPad and ZTS. So those two not really. And I don't know. I don't know what the story is with Chesgru. Like, he's just you'd expect him to be in for stuff, right? Like, isn't Chesgru really good? I don't know if somebody knows the story of why he's not playing here. Let me know, but so far it's just Brazil taking advantage of their superior performance so far. I almost feel like Chesgru just might not be here. Considering he top scored like almost every map for them against China, or was near to it. Other than full inting on Asian Distractive, I guess. He played a lot of maps in that matchup. Did he play every map in that matchup? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So Chesgru played every single map against China, and he's just not here. So honestly, like, that's just tragic because you never know what could have been, you know, in a match where, yes, the point differentials are like 600k, but you have somebody that's on the team that's scoring 300k. Like, that's enough for one person to make up that difference, just if you put somebody in who's competent at the map. You know, you have 400k bottom score on Roxanne, you have 192k bottom score on Banned Forever, 290k bottom score on Hirosaka Corruption, and then 382 bottom score on Bad Elixir. Like, just having somebody in who can play the maps a little more competently could be really important. So very unfortunate for Poland that he is not here today, because that might just be a large part of why they're getting trounced so far in this matchup. It is going to be the double time 1 pick as the 3rd selection for Brazil. That is going to be Gamble Rumble. Gemmy DT pick from the cusp of 2014, very end of 2013. Okay, Bold is apparently just still playing Bad Elixir, I guess. That's cool. All right, we're into the map here. Map number 5. Third pick for Brazil. It's going to be Bold, Burpee, EMG, and Victor against Excurito, Desperi, Guillermo, and Tusk, featuring an early break from Desperi. This is an interesting map. It has a lot of difficulty locked up into the very ending, which wouldn't be important if Score V2 didn't so heavily value combo. Like, you can go from 700k to 1,000,000 points just in the last quarter of the map, which actually, if you do math, makes sense. Less than last quarter. Last, like, 30 seconds of the map. You know what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of score tied up in the very ending is kind of all I'm trying to say. You do get a break from BMG, so that's gonna even out the early miss from Desperi on Brazil's side. Victor following up. So it's Bold and Burpee with the FCs against Excurito and Tusk. Burpee losing his FC, as does Guillermo. 2 FCs to 1 now. Brazil's gonna have and run with the lead. I feel like Poland, with what they have left of their roster, is just kind of outscaled because they're forced to put somebody in who can't play a lot of these maps. It's very unfortunate, but that's kind of what's been going on so far. Like, you can obviously see here, BMG just really not able to play this very comfortably. Down to 87% AC and has broken multiple times. Bold is the only one holding on to really any sort of combo. He has their 1 FC. But Brazil just going to run away with this one. And honestly, had I known that Poland was going to have so much trouble with their roster for this match, I would not have expected this to be close, and it really isn't. Not a lot to really say about this one. I mean, Brazil with the double FC, Excurito and Tusk, or triple FC, Excurito, Tusk, and Guillermo. It's just a one-sided affair. You know, look at BMG's score is just kind of tragic, and there's not much that you can say about it. Brazil, you know, they're doing what they have to do. Well, until that whatever that was from Guillermo and Desperi. But yeah, I mean, Brazil is doing what they have to do. They're going to win this point by probably like 600-700k as well, as long as Excurito and Tusk keep up their FCs. Excurito with the remarkable 99.53 accuracy. Really good showing from him. He's, I would say, the MVP of this particular match so far. There goes Tusk, so we will not have an FC from him. Just Excurito left, but the damage has been done at this point. I think about 600,000 points or more, 700,000 points. The lead for Brazil. And once again, I mean, it's just Poland forced to put people in who aren't able to play the map. And that's showing very notably in the score results, where, you know, Brazil able to win by 1,000,000 points because Poland has basically like 2 and maybe a half player. So well done to Brazil there. Excurito and Tusk with the double FC. Bold with just a slider break, doing what he could there, but you know, double FC when one player on the other team got 177k. Brazil just, you'd call it like the other teams are cursed against them, or Brazil has a blessing. I'm not really sure. I guess maybe they're just blessed. You know, Germany had to forfeit because they didn't have enough players, and Poland has 5 players. So I guess Brazil is just lucky or something. I guess Poland has 6 players. I mean, ZTS is like here, air quotes. He played in one of the warm-ups, I think. But probably not in for anything. He played in D warm-up, there was only one warm-up. Maybe he's just not in for any maps, I guess. So it is 5-0 now. Brazil looking to close things out. Poland's gonna pick Hidden 3. This will be the first time we get to see this map. That's cool. The Lapix Hidden pick. Gonna bring ZTS in, so he will get to play at least one map. Looks like Dada coming in maybe for Brazil. Get him in for a map also. So, yeah, this is the first time this has been played. It's Hidden 3. Lapix's Get Over the Culture. Extra div mapped by Jean-Michel Jr. 6.21 stars, just over 3 minutes long, 170 beats per minute. With it being Lapix, I don't know this map. I really don't. I'm just going to assume it's probably kind of techie because Lapix. And not sure what happened, but we are going to be getting an abort in. We have 3. They've got 4 people in the lobby. I don't know what they're talking about. Well, whatever. So we should be able to get back into this here shortly. I don't think there was anything actually wrong. I'm not really sure what occurred. This could be Brazil's victory lap here, 5-0, and they seem to be so far heavily outclassing this Poland roster. We do get to see a different couple of players in for this map, with ZTS coming in for Poland and Dada joining the Brazilian side, accompanied by Larox PL, BMG Victor, Excurito, Defans, and Tusk, respectively. Very bright, colorful background for what could be the last map of this match in a very quick, one-sided affair. Let's see if Poland can get on the board, avoid the sweep at least. Give me the first break from Excurito, followed up by Larox PL. Okay, I love slider stream bursts, don't you guys? Slider bursts are my favorites. It's just all that this map is, are just 5-note slider bursts, I guess? There's more to it than that, surely. Poland doing pretty well so far. ZTS and Victor holding on to FCs. So are Excurito and, well, Defans was. I think he did break, though. It's like ZTS now Larox PL against Excurito and Co. Brazil with the lead. Accuracy helping them once again. ZTS down at 91%, Victor down at 93%. This is a Poland roster that, you know, we've said, they're missing some players, and I think they're outscaled a little bit on this pool as well. Still with about a 60,000 point lead as we are reaching toward the halfway mark. We do still have ZTS on the FC as well as Excurito. Larox PL with the 750 combo. Really big combos from everyone. I mean, stuff could get very interesting here depending on who breaks when. It's going to be Defans breaking for Brazil, so that might be advantage Poland if they can hold on a little bit longer here. Through the aim section we go. It's Tusk breaking as well, and all 4 members of Poland hang on, so they do take the lead. Promptly thereafter, though, ZTS and Victor find breaks of their own. That's not going to help out. Larox PL and BMG going to do what they can. Oh, that's a lot of breaks. Excurito versus Larox PL, and they both break. Everyone's breaking. It's a full combo reset, and the scores are going to start to flicker back and forth now. Holy cow, everybody is unable to play this section because it is really, really hard. Larox PL finding some breaks. Defans and Dada both over 100 combo at least. Not anymore. Just Stefan's over 200 combo now. What is this section of this map, dude? This is ridiculously difficult. Nobody can hit this at all. Everybody's just breaking left, right, and center. So I think the map may well be over, depending on what the ending looks like, especially with Tusk bringing in the 250 combo. The only player really able to do anything in this section of the map, as everyone has just decided it's a Clown Fiesta now. And I think that's going to do it. As long as nothing happens at the ending that would be kind of ridiculous here. We'll find out, but looks like Brazil's going to take it. 400 combo from Tusk, the only one to make it through that really difficult section. And it's enough for Brazil to hold on to the lead. Xkirito with the 600k plus score, and Brazil ends up victorious on the pick. Just 80,000 points, but it is enough, and that is a 6-0 sweep. Xkirito once again top scoring, absolutely popped off this match. Really incredible performance from him. But man, that was just kind of a tragic match, honestly. I don't know, not a lot to say about it. Xkirito went absolute mode, and Poland just didn't have a roster, and Brazil took advantage of it, and that's a 6-0 win. They move onward into the losers bracket round 5. They will be facing off against the winner of our last match of the day, Sweden versus Argentina, which I expected to be pretty much just back-to-back, but this one went so fast that we now have a 40-minute break before that map. So we will be back later in 40 minutes, 20 UTC, Sweden versus Argentina, last match of today in UTC time, at least, to decide the third team to make it onward into the losers bracket round 5. Congratulations, Brazil. Well done. They have taken Poland to Brazil, and thus are Poland eliminated from the tournament. We'll see them next year. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, teams, for playing. We'll see you guys in about 40 minutes for our last match until tonight. We'll have a big break after that one, but we'll be back in just a little while. We'll see you guys then.